Much of forest is riddled with geothermal springs. In places, these form seething mud pools. Earthquakes, scalding water, and poisonous gas are threats the mammals must cope with. But not every hazard here is so easy to ignore. As the sun gets higher, the daylight creatures are becoming active, and that brings out the forest's worst menace, the birds. They are the top predators. This is the largest, Gastornis, 6 foot of muscle and feather. This is a female, and for the last 2 months, her life has revolved around the one egg in her nest, now only hours from hatching. Leptictidium need a lot of food. Like all mammals, this is the price they pay to be warm-blooded. The lakeside is usually a good place to hunt, but not this morning. Relishing the morning's early rays is an Ambulocetus, a troublesome mammal that's come upriver from the coast. And he, too, is hungry. A Leptictidium would be the perfect snack for an Ambulocetus, so she's got to move, and quick. The 10-foot-long meat-eater waddles toward the lake. Though his ancestors hunted on land, Ambulocetus has evolved to be far more at home in the water. His descendants will take this to the extreme. You are looking at the very earliest form of whale. Ambulocetus, in fact, means walking whale. Eventually, his limbs will become flippers, and his tail a powerful fluke. Still, his style of swimming already looks like a whale. His body moves up and down, and not side to side like fish or crocodiles. He is the most powerful force in the lake, but even he is not safe. He is not alone. Plus a little imagination.
For a paleontologist to figure out what an animal was like and how it lived, he uses a number of things. First of all, he uses the bones and what they tell him, the teeth and what they tell him, and then he finds the closest living relative, an animal that lives in the same kind of a niche or environment that he can model after. He may not be 100% correct, but it's the best shot you've got.
In the fossil record, we have a very good representative of an intermediate form, something between a terrestrial mammal, an animal that moved on land, and a whale, and that's Ambulocetus. Ambulocetus was a fossil form that had large paddle-like hands and feet. It also had a well-defined tail. Whether it was broad and flat and can truly be utilized in the same way that the giant river otter utilizes its tail is still somewhat a matter of conjecture, although it probably was at least starting to use its tail and starting to undulate in a manner similar to what we find in modern otters.
Later, a one-ton predator the size of a horse is hungry and stalking. Will a mother be able to save her calf? Find out when walking with prehistoric beasts. At the lakeside, the Ambulocetus continues to hunt. But this lake is a time bomb. Its bed has trapped huge quantities of volcanic gas. If enough of this gas escapes, it could suffocate the animals for miles around.